All right, hi guys. I'm a little out of breath. I just ran down the stairs, got all the way up here to sit down to do my drawings, and realized that I left my phone downstairs, so I couldn't look up the patterns. That was silly of me, so I ran downstairs. I'm a little out of breath. Whew. Okay, let's find today's pattern, which happens to be one of my patterns. This one is Lido. I came up with this one in 2016, and it was developed by creating the pattern on the floor of the Lido deck of one of the Carnival cruises that I was on. I don't remember which ship I was on. I don't want to say. 2016, it was probably the Magic. It was probably the Magic, but it could have been the Miracle. I'm not sure. In any case, it was inspired by the carpeting or the tile in the, oh, it was the tile. The tile in the Lido deck on that particular ship. If you want to see my original, oh, it's here. If you want to see my original video of that, they've got it linked right here. Makes it simple. And I can see that when I did this one originally, I had done like a focus tile right in the middle, and then did different sizes on either side. So this time I want to do something different than I did last time. So let me click on here so I can make it bigger so you guys can see it. Kind of hard to tell. It's a grid pattern, which is unusual because I don't like doing grids, but that's what it turned out to be. So in the grid, this is just one square, and you can do just one square, or you can put them next to each other and make a grid out of it. So you make your square, and then at about the halfway point, you're going to come and you make one little arch to the halfway point, and then to the corner on each side. Okay? Then on the two opposite corners, doesn't matter which corner you pick, but on two corners opposite, you can put a little arch from the middle of that to the middle of that. Okay? And then you're going to put this little shape, this little curvy V shape. It almost makes like a bat wing kind of a shape. And then you're going to take and you're going to echo here. So here was that original shape, was a nice curve. You're going to take that and go toward the middle here, toward the middle there, and then echo that here and here. So you're going to make a couple of echoes. So it looks like that. And that's all there is to it. And then this is what it looks like when you put a whole bunch of them together in a grid. So, what am I going to do to make it different? I don't know what I'm going to do to make it different. I'm going to turn on my light. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Close your eyes, everyone. Woo! Maybe I will do a wonky grid and see what it looks like in a wonky grid, because I've not tried it in a wonky grid. Let's do that. I'm going to make a nice big deep border using my giant, you know, look how big that nib is. This is an 08. If you guys want to know what the difference is between the different sizes, is just how thick the nib is. That's an 08. Let me do this real quick. This one's an 08. This one's an 01. And this one's a 005. Okay. Let me get these up next to each other. Okay. Now can you see the difference? Oh, I just wrote all over myself. But can you see the difference in the pen tip? The 08 is super thick and fat, and the 01 is that one that I use all the time, and then the 005 is super teeny tiny, and they make different size marks. That's the difference. Here, let me get my scrap piece of paper out, and I'll show you. There's the 08. There's the 01. And there's the 005, which is the thinnest one I have. Come on, zooming the wrong direction. Hey, look at the difference for those. And that's the difference of how these different pens are. I want to put this one away, and I want to put this one away, and I'm going to use my 01. That's the one I draw with most often. It's a 01. And I've got now a mess all over my hands, and I have zoomed way too far in. You guys can't see a thing. Alright, so let's do a wonky grid. What kind of wonk do I want? There's different types of wonky grids. Shall I go to a point? I really didn't make this very square, did I? Ah, goodness sakes. I've got like the corner cut off of here. I'm wondering if there's a reason. Wonder why I did that. I'm gonna straighten that up a little bit. I got really off, like really off. So I think what I'm gonna do, because that's gonna drive me crazy that it's that far off. Is I am going to actually do a weird thing and color this in. And then I'm going to do that on another corner. This one. Like that. Let's see what that did. Zoom out so I can see. Wrong way. Zoom out so I can see. That's interesting. Okay, I'm not displeased with that. That kind of makes it even in its unevenness. If that makes sense. Now it looks like a crooked piece of paper in a square hole. I'm all right with that. Okay, so I'm going to make a grid that goes, I don't know. See, I can either go like kind of a curve from one point like this, or I can do wavy. Which I don't think will work very well. Or I can do, let me turn this over, I can do I can do them kind of like that. What feels best? I don't know what feels best for this pattern. I'm just gonna kind of go for it. I guess kind of wavy-ish. Like that. We're going for something like this. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be any good or not. Okay. Follow my own pattern here. See if I can remember how to do it. So we're going to just go like that. And I'm going to do it down the whole line. Just so I don't have to worry. It's a bit like bales. Ooh, got a little carried away with that one. But you know what? Since this is a wonky grid, I can have wonky lumps. Lumpty bumpty bumpty bump. Okay. Now, it's easier for me to draw it this way, so I'm going to just turn it around and go back the other way. If you want to see it drawn in a more regular sort of grid, go back to my other video. But that was a while back. Don't even know. I didn't stop to watch my old video to see even how I drew it. I'm feeling rather non-traditional here today. So then I'm going to go and I'm going to just do this shape again. Go in the other direction. At least I know I'm not having to learn this pattern. I already know this one. I haven't used it much, even though it's my own pattern. Maybe because it's a little too, well, grid-like. Okay, turn this around, go the other way. Just because it's easier for me. If you find that you can do your strokes on the other side, you know, one like that, do it like that. I find it just easier for me to do them all going one direction. Okay, and don't forget to do my edges, which I still need to do on, oop, oh, that got way off. But you know what? This is a good way to show that it doesn't matter. Pattern is a pattern. And you can be precise with it or you can be way off with it, and it doesn't matter. Right? Right. Okay, so I'm going to just pick a direction and decide where my corners are going. I guess they're going on this side. So I'm going to go in the middle of here to the middle of here, and I'm just going to make a curve. And I'm going to do that on every single one of these squares. And you'll see that some of these squares are square and some of these squares are very rectangular. And I'm alright with that. Okay, and then I'm going to turn my tile and go the other way in the opposite corner. Trying to get all my drawing done today because I do have tomorrow off, but I have a dentist appointment tomorrow, and I have a massage appointment tomorrow, and we have church in the evening. I don't know what all is going on, but yeah. Okay, now, how did I decide we were drawing this next step? The next step goes inside here. We're going to make this little bat shape. Just like you were drawing a bird or a bat, like when you were kids and you had them, just a little V, that curvy V that's flying in the air, just like that. Okay, and then go the other side and do the same thing, or you can just choose to not do the other side. Maybe I'll do that. I'm going to leave one side not done. Why not? Okay, and then on this side, we're going to come up and to the middle, or toward the middle. Since I've got this wonky grid, maybe I'll do a wonky pattern and just not do all of the steps. You know, you can do that. If you have a pattern you like and you get to a point and you say, I like it like this, and you don't want to do the next step, don't do the next step. It's as simple as that. Okay, that's different. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Am I? No, I want this for sure. I want this curve. That curve that comes up and meets that one. It's going to come up and meet that one. I'm just not sure if I want that little bat shape inside. See, some of them are more arched. Some of them look more like bananas. So do I want that bat shape inside? Yeah, I do. Okay, I'm going to come back through and do that bat shape. What is that noise? Sounds like a nest of baby birds. I did not know we had a nest up here. Now what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to do the second aura on these little bat shapes. I just don't feel like it today. But what I might do is do some coloring in. Making some shapes really bold. Okay, so that's the basic thing. I'm going to come in and color in that sort of bat shape. So what I didn't do is I didn't do this second aura. This one, I don't know if you can see it. I didn't do, oops, it moved. I didn't do this one. That one there. I didn't do that. I did this one and I did this one, but I didn't do that one. And I think I'm going to fill in a shape. Which shape do I want to fill in? I'm going to fill in this shape. And you'll note I got out my bigger pen because that way I don't have to spend like a bazillion hours coloring in. But I do have to be mindful that it is a much thicker nib. So I could accidentally fill things that I don't want to fill. So be very careful. Okay. I'm happy with that. So it works okay on a wonky grid. It just doesn't look as symmetrical. But then that would be because it's on a wonky grid. Right? I am so looking forward to the summer's vacation. Still have a couple of months, 3 months, almost 3 months before vacation. I need vacation. You know what I need is I need the time to spend with my friends. Oh look, that went to the wrong place. That would be why it looks funny. Oh well. That one should have come to here. Not to there. That's why it looks funny. It's okay. I did the same thing here. I wondered why those two didn't look right. I went all the way over to the corner instead of to this half. See what I did? I'm going to color it in. And you can see how it's not the right shape. It should have gone here. Should have been just that part. But it's not. I drew it way over to here. Oh well. I knew something didn't look right. Somebody in our group had posted their pattern. They said they really liked it except for one glaring mistake. Okay? And we all looked at it and went, what mistake? We couldn't find the glaring mistake. And it turns out that they had, as they were coloring, apparently they were doing every other orb colored in solid, and they had colored in, oh, excuse me, at one point they had colored in two next to each other, and they saw that as a glaring mistake. I see this as a glaring mistake, but you know what? I'm going to embrace it anyway. And most likely, people are going to look at it and go, something doesn't look quite right, but I don't know what it is. I don't see the problem. I might not even notice the problem. They might, because I've colored it in black, so it does make it kind of stand out. And it's the only one that's not really a V shape. Even this one got close to a V shape. That one, not even close. But that's okay. Because they're all wonky, some of them are a weird shape anyways. Even the V's are a weird shape. So it's okay. Certainly I'm not going to beat myself up over it. Because why? I'm enjoying myself. I'm drawing. I'm having a good time. And you know what? It's just a piece of paper. Really, it is. It's just a piece of paper, people. You gotta remember that. One more. And then I need to decide if I want to do anything else. If I want to just shade. If I want to color. I don't know. Decide what I want to do with it. Okay, so there it is. Big glaring thing in the middle. I think I'm going to take this shape in between here and I'm going to draw lines. One was a weird shape, wasn't it? It's okay. It's just a weird shape. Thinking about some friends that are traveling today. They had spent the week in New York City. Did all sorts of fun and fabulous things. Shared that on their social media. That was fun to follow. They went to several plays or musicals, I guess. Had some interesting food. Visited Statue of Liberty. You remember when back in the day when your family would take slides of their vacations, and then when they got home they would show a slideshow? Did you guys ever have that, or did you guys just do prints, or are you so young that you have no idea what I'm talking about and that you've only ever seen digital photos? Because I know that there are some who have no clue. My family, and then you would come over and you would sit down and have some popcorn and turn on the slide projector and show everybody your pictures from vacation, and it was like a thing. It's kind of like that with social media, except for you don't go over to everybody's house. You just share your stuff on Facebook or Instagram or wherever, and if people want to watch your vacation pictures, they can. But, you know, for that uncle who always came over and just complained, why do I have to watch these stupid things? I never didn't go on this vacation. I don't want to see your stupid pictures. You know, there's always one of those in the family that never wanted to do that, or thought it was boring, or heaven forbid that, you know, I want to go through the pictures at this rate and somebody else wants them to stay up on the screen forever. It's like, come on, move on. I've seen this picture. Let's go, let's go. And then other times it's the other way around, where it was like, oh my God, I haven't seen it. Stop, stop, stop. Go back. I wanted to see that picture. And whereas the person at the controls of the slideshow was ready to move on, because, you know, they'd seen these pictures like 500 times already, because, you know, you couldn't just put the pictures in the carousel and go. No, you had to look at each one in order to get the right side round, and then you had to get them in the carousel, and then you had to look at them and make sure every single one was going the right direction, because, you know, there's always that one that you put in sideways, and then everybody had to turn their head so they could see the picture, and then you had to, oh well, wait a minute, let me fix that. And so you'd have to turn the carousel around to the right place, and then you'd have to find that exact slide, and then you had to flip it around, and then, you know, inevitably you put it in, you flipped it around good, but then you put it in backwards, so now all the words are facing the wrong direction. You know, it was a thing. It was a lot of work to make yourself a slideshow of your vacation. And, you know, people didn't take, if you took one roll of 36 pictures, you took a lot of pictures on vacation. My family, yeah, several rolls of 36. Sometimes, I think I did 12 rolls when I was in high school on my senior trip. That was a lot of pictures. That was 30, 60, 90, 100, almost 200 pictures. And that was a lot of pictures back in the day. And now you don't even think about taking 200 pictures in one day with your digital camera. So in that regard, I think picture taking has changed quite a bit, because you don't have to think as hard about whether or not this is worth wasting film on. You remember doing that where you say, oh, I didn't want to take the picture because I didn't want to waste the film. Because there might be something better in 10 minutes. We don't have to worry about that anymore. And I think this is a freedom that is absolutely wonderful. I just so enjoy my digital photography. I'm trying to decide how I want to shade this. I think I want to do... I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around these lumpy bumps. Like... No, what did I just do? No, I have no idea what I just did. I just went a weird, oddball direction. That's what the eraser is for. Okay. Maybe I'll just go on the lines. Like that. Yeah. So yeah, I love my digital photography. I can, you know, like for Easter Sunday service, I will probably take, well, it's too, you won't, this won't make any sense because, you know, Easter will have been over for a week by the time you see this, but the day that I'm drawing this, Easter is upcoming this weekend. And for Easter Sunday service, I will probably take, I'll probably take 50 or 100 pictures just at church of people flowering the cross and stuff. And that's just, you know, no big deal. It's all, you know, on vacation, it is not unusual for me to take 2,000 or 3,000 pictures on a week's vacation. At this point, that's not unusual. But I'm not going to make you sit and watch every 2,000 or 3,000 pictures. I will pick out the best ones, post them on my social media, and then, you know, you can look at them at your leisure. Flip through them, scroll fast, I don't care. Don't look at them, I don't care. But I will have shared. You know what? That came out kind of weird. That's okay. I had a fun day and I enjoyed myself and I was drawing and I was happy. And that's the important part of drawing, is making yourself into that happy place. I will see you guys tomorrow. It will be the last day of the week, I think. Let me look, but I do believe that that's what I said. I'm at the end of my rope here on patterns for this week, right? Yes, one more. And then I will be done drawing for the week. I will see you later. Go out and do something nice for somebody today. Have a blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.